Bunzy's vlog! Hurrah! Today I want to talk about dreams. Now, I work in a school, and I've worked in a school for a very long time. I've worked in the school I'm at the moment for about 9.5 years, and I end up having the same conversation with kids over and over again. Now, the conversation goes roughly like this. So, it's usually a kid who's not really doing anything whilst, in a lesson. And I say to them, so what is it you actually want to do when you leave school, after they've told me that the lesson is crap and they hate it? And they always tell me the same one or two answers. Now, a few years back, boys would generally tell me that they wanted to be a Premier League footballer. And that occasionally still happens, not so often though. And then the whole X Factor thing and Britain's Got Talent, so guess what? Everyone wanted to be a singer. Or they wanted to just, have some act or whatever, if they're into the whole Britain's Got Talent thing. And then, of course, you've got the Big Brother people. They want to go on Big Brother. But I think the thing is, these reality shows have sort of partly changed kids' ambitions and aspirations. And nowadays, because of people like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, who I know he, is a rapper, but they're more famous for being on social media. And because of that, and because of 1,000 other people that are in the media, if you ask a lot of kids what they want to do now, what they tend to want to do is be famous. And, I say to them, yeah, but famous for what? And they go, I just want to be famous. And I say, yeah, but for what? Doesn't matter. I'm going to be famous. But they can't actually tell you what they're going to be famous for. And you say, well, no one really gets famous for doing nothing. And they go, yeah, what about Kim Kardashian? And what about, Victoria Beckham? And you say, well, yes, Kim Kardashian, I can't really answer that one. But Victoria Beckham, she was in the Spice Girls, she does do other things, she designs her own clothes, she does this, she does that, but there's so many people now who are famous purely for the fact that they're famous, and that creates a problem for kids for aspirations because they've no blooming idea. And, this was driven home to me very recently when I was speaking to someone at work, and I said to him, what do you want to do? And he said, I'm going to be a gamer, ain't I? And I said, oh, right, okay, so doing what exactly? I'm going to play games. Okay. What, YouTube? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, innit? And I said to him, okay, so do you do YouTube now? No. Well, why don't you just start doing it now? Because I'm going to, I've got to wait, ain't I? And I said, well, you haven't. Have you got a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One? Yeah, I've got both. So why can't you start doing it now? Because I'm waiting until I get, an Alienware PC, because they're wicked, aren't they? And they're much better, and they're sick. And I said, but surely if you've already got a PlayStation 4, then, you could just upload footage, and you could, edit it, because there's loads of things you can edit online with, and you could start, building up a fan base. And he's like, well, that's easy, isn't it? Because like PewDiePie's got like millions of people watching him, and so it's easy. And I said, no, it's not. It's not easy. That's the mistake people make about YouTube, right? I make a few YouTube videos occasionally, and I know, and I'll tell you now, as you know by looking at my view count, which is probably on like 5 or 10 at the moment, that I don't get many hits. And there's a few reasons I don't get many hits, and I know people in the comments are going to go, because you're crap. But that might be one of the reasons. But another reason is the fact that I don't devote much time to it. In fact, on this channel, I hardly ever upload anything. And, if I do make a video, it's probably once every few weeks or few months, depending on the channel. And, but I think the problem isn't so much that kids want to do something. It's the fact that they don't actually see anything as work anymore. For instance, the YouTube gaming thing. If you look at the people that are popular, they're not people that just upload footage. And that is the problem. Kids think, oh yeah, but if I upload footage, I'm going to get like millions of subscribers, ain't I? No, you're not. Because look at PewDiePie, for instance. He puts a hell of a lot of work into his videos. Yeah, no he doesn't. Yes he does. Oh, what does he do then? Well, you know, how many videos does he make a week? Dunno, lots. He makes lots. Okay, how long do you think it takes him to make and upload a video? I don't know, 20 minutes? And that is what they believe. They really believe you can just make these videos and they're online instantly. And now, don't get me wrong, people can make videos and they're online instantly, but if you want to get hits, you've got to do it properly and you've got to spend the time on it. Now, you can say what you want about PewDiePie or about KSI. Is it KSI? I don't follow him, but I think he's called KSI. Or all of these other people, right? Okay, so they play games for a living, but they don't just play games. They film the footage, you know. Okay, so that's the nice bit, playing a game. But whilst they're playing the game, they're filming the footage, they're doing, you know, they're either speaking to a camera or they're doing a voiceover or they do the voiceover later. They then have to upload the footage in order to download it onto their computer, so there's an hour or two straight away. Then they have to upload it onto the computer, then they have to edit the footage, then they have to export it from their computer, then they have to upload it onto YouTube. Then they have to share it with their social networks, with their, you know, followers, because they don't always naturally get, even though you've got subscribers, you know, this is a myth of YouTube. Your subscribers don't necessarily get all of your content. In fact, YouTube has an algorithm that only sends content to people who've clicked a tiny little box a lot of the time to say, send me everything. Otherwise, they just send the odd piece here and there that YouTube deemed, you know, people would want to see. So it's not easy. In fact, the average video I would say that PewDiePie makes, he probably spends a good 2 or 3 hours on it, maybe longer. And he works all of the time. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, there is no just getting famous for doing nothing. You know, unless you're a contestant on Big Brother.